You bet, because the only dinosaurs to survive the mass extinction that killed the rest of them 66 million years ago when the asteroid struck were the beaked birds. Not the toothed birds, the beaked birds. And remember, when I say the word bird, we can also replace that with avian theropod dinosaurs, because birds are avian theropod dinosaurs, the last remaining lineage of them. But it was the beaked birds, not the toothed birds, that survived. Let's talk about why. So in the days, months, and even years after the asteroid impact, forest fires and even tsunamis raged around the planet. And for a full 2 years, the solar rays, the sun, was so obscured by all this particulate matter ejected into the atmosphere from the impact that photosynthesis nearly ceased and led to the collapse of all major terrestrial ecosystems. Herbivores couldn't find plants to eat, so they went extinct. Carnivores couldn't find herbivores to eat, so they went extinct. The only major group of dinosaurs that survived, and actually it was just a handful as far as we can tell, a handful of lineages of beaked birds survived, while their toothed bird relatives or cousins didn't. And the reason for that, at least what research is pointing to pretty strongly now, is that beaks allowed early birds to forage for seeds that were stored in the soil, right? So the seeds were relatively unaffected by the asteroid impact, unless obviously they were caught up in the actual cataclysm. But birds could find seeds stored in the soil for years and years and years after the impact, when herbivores looking for plants were totally out of luck because photosynthesis stopped. But uncalculable numbers of seeds were stored in the soil. They'd already dropped prior to the impact, prior to all the plants, many of the plants going extinct. And so birds with beaks were able to extract these little seeds from the soil and crack them open with their beaks, something that the toothed rostrum birds just couldn't do, right? They have these big teeth, they have these lips, not good for grabbing tiny little seeds in the soil the way a beak does. And in addition to beaks being a huge advantage for extracting little seeds from the soil, beaks may have also had an advantage over the toothed rostrum in that it requires a lot less time to develop, literally in the egg. A beak, a toothless beak, also called an edentulous beak, for those of you who love scientific terms, edentulous means toothless. The edentulous beak develops faster and with less energy necessary than the toothed rostrum. So that could have also been an advantage for the beaked birds over the toothed birds, which helps to explain why they survived the mass extinction that killed all of the other dinosaurs, leaving nothing but a handful of beaked birds that have given rise to all the birds that we see on the planet today. How cool is that?